Hello everyone and welcome back to another Outriders video. Today I've got an updated Pyro Ash Blast build for you. It's the one where we currently hold the duo world record for Boomtown. It's really competitive right now, so I don't know how long we'll hold that for, but it's a lot of fun nonetheless. And if you run this build, it is a lot of gear, because getting all this gear in 2-3 minutes, easily the best farm in the game right now, whether you're solo or duo with a partner. But just before we get started, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you're notified when I upload more Outriders videos. Or come over to Twitch. I am live right now as I'm posting this, twitch.tv/DJTICKLE, and hit that follow button and come and ask me any questions that you like. So let's get this video started. So I've changed a few things as of last time that I did this build, and we'll go through it all right now. As you can see from the guns, I did mention this last time. I wasn't great at using it, but I've got the hang of it now. We're using the Death Shield with Morning Winds. Morning Winds is just super powerful. When you do any kind of run, if you look at the damage output at the end that it does, it's insane. And we're going full trifecta here. We're running it on both main guns and even on our pistol as well. So we can run it on the second gun because this one comes with Morning Winds as standard. We're going to put Fortress on it. And vice versa for the Death Shield. This comes with Fortress on, and we're putting Morning Winds on as the secondary mod. For the pistol, it can be absolutely any pistol that you want. Slap Morning Winds on it. But obviously this is going to require that you've had some luck and you've had both of these guns at least twice. Moving on to the gear. Now, I've maximized cooldown with this build. I've seen some people run it with the helmet. I don't think it is worth it for the extra anomaly power. I think we build up way too much anomaly power. We can one-shot rooms with this build, so any extra kind of cuts down on efficiency. We've gone maximum cooldown. So anomaly, status power and cooldown reduction are what you want as your 3 attributes. And then the mods can be in any order that you want. Obviously, we're going to have some static mods on the legendary pieces. But as far as the purple pieces go, they can be in absolutely any order that you need. We've got Ride the Wave, gives us an extra heat wave. And then we've got Third Degree, it increases weapon damage. And that's a change to the last build that you saw. But because I've been running duo, or I've been helping people out, that's a huge amount of extra damage for people. Because I'm not using a gun. I only use Morning Winds for the reload damage, but if you've got a Techno in the team, that is a huge buff. Now, if you're going to be running solo, you could change that out because obviously you're not going to be shooting, and you could run something like Damage Absorber or Blacksmith, something like that, and that'll give you some extra survivability. Next, we're going to look at the chest piece. We can't do anything about the attributes on this. They are static. As you can see, Anomaly, Skill Life Leech, and Cooldown Reduction. Anomaly and cooldown reduction being the really important ones. It comes with a tier 3 mod detonator. It decreases the skill cooldown by 50% for overheat. Super important. We spam overheat all of the time. And then we're using Fire Tsunami to make the wall of firewall even wider. Now, I did experiment with not using this for a little while, but it really does half, if not more than half, the size of the firewall. And it makes building them stacks for the set bonus really tough. You might be able to get away with it in Boomtown if you're running solo, so you can have a play around with that and let me know what you think down below. Then we're running the legs. Again, they come with anomaly and cooldown reduction, really nice. And to be honest, the skill life leech that we are getting on these pieces really does help as well, because we get our life back while we're running around after we've done overheat and things like that, and does kind of save our bacon in a few different situations. They come with Anomaly Echo. It grants so much firepower and anomaly power on skill activation for 15 seconds, which is pretty nice. I could replace this, but there's just no viable way of doing it with the set pieces, and the set bonus is too much damage to miss out. So we're going to take it. Best of a bad bunch. And then we're taking Pants on Fire just for some extra damage, so that we're making sure any kind of little adds, we are one-shotting them as much as possible. Looking at the gloves, as you can see again, anomaly power, status power and cooldown reduction, all really nice. Then we've got the Ash Blast mod increases the skill range by 66%. This is super important in levels like Boomtown because that will make it reach the entire area. And it just makes it so much easier for ad clear at that point, especially when we're using Master Consumer, which you'll see on the feet. So super important that you've got that in the build. And then Burnt Out, damaged enemies take 25% more damage for 8 seconds. Well, we're doing double heat wave generally before we're doing any kind of damage. So that's a lot of extra damage because it all stacks. Moving on to the feet. As you can see, max health, not ideal, but we have no other really way of doing this and keeping the cooldown so low. Skill life leech and cooldown reduction. As you can see, Master Consumer. The skill consumes either burn or ash status to deal damage. Consuming them both at once increases the damage by 150%. That along with the set bonus is a huge amount of damage. Absolutely insane. So definitely worth making sure you've got these feet. Or you've got this mod somewhere else in the build if you're not running it exactly the same as me. Then we're going to take Death Sentence. Ash Blast, your weapon damage and anomaly damage against enemies affected by the skill are increased respectively by 40% and 30% for 5 seconds. So we use Ash Blast, and you can just imagine when you do double heat wave, Ash Blast and then overheat, that damage is crazy and you will be absolutely wiping rooms out by yourself, in duo and in a trio as well. Quickly to go over the set bonus, every enemy damaged by heat wave grants 50% anomaly power bonus for 10 seconds. And now you understand why we're making the firewall wall wider using Tsunami, because that's a whole lot of enemies that we can get in that firewall and give ourselves a whole lot of extra damage. That's why I said removing Fire Tsunami might be a mistake, but unless you got your route down to a T and you're definitely getting all the enemies that you need in the firewall's path, I think it's probably best just playing it safe and just running Fire Tsunami. Then we'll look at the skills really quickly. As you can see, we've got Heat Wave, Ash Blast and Overheat. 6.2 second cooldown on Heat Wave, 15.1 per second on Ash Blast, and 4.2 on Overheat. Looking at the class tree, the last time you saw this, I talked about having some survivability built in. This build right now has 0 survivability because everything's always kind of dazed or on fire. So survivability isn't really a problem, especially in a team. But like I said before, you could replace one of the mods and put in Blacksmith or Damage Absorber if you really wanted to. If you didn't want to do that, I'll show you what you can do in the tree in just a second after I've gone through this one. But key points from this tree, as you can see, we've gone up here to make sure we take the cooldown. And then we've just gone maximum damage in the other mods. Now what you can do, you could go up here and you can go to immobilize skill there if you really wanted to and get the cooldowns even more. But I found that sometimes it's a little bit temperamental. You weren't always clearing the room in a duo situation. In a solo situation, you could probably take this node out here and maybe take this node out over here and give yourself some extra cooldown. That would kind of be the same play if you wanted to give yourself an extra life but keep all of the same mods. Just take this node out here or take this one out over here, they're exactly the same, and give yourself Phoenix Nestling and give yourself an extra life. So you've got a few different options there on how you want to run it. But what you could always do as well, you could take this one out, the Ignite skills, and you could go with the Immobilize skills if you wanted to. Just gotta have a play around with that and just see what feels natural and what feels good when you're doing your runs. And that is going to be it. I will leave you with the run of our world record speed run right now. No doubt that will change though in the next 24 hours. I'll leave you with that run, but be sure to come and check me out over on Twitch, twitch.tv/DJTICKLE. Hit that subscribe button here on YouTube and comment down below and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching everybody, enjoy the footage and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.